Hey guys, so I'm out here. It was a little bit too hot the last couple of days. I couldn't be bothered to come out. And I was working on this guy. I was cleaning up the opening for that, and I've squared it up somewhat. And I'll just touch up the edges with some primer and such, and probably slop it with some black sealer or something like that, like silicone. Once I put the unit in permanently. But of course, the compressor had other plans. This happened to me before as I was sitting there with the die grinder just opening up that hole and squaring it off. I could hear it was kind of making an odd chuffing noise, and I said, I bet you I know what that is. And it was exactly this. This is a little bit of a compressor diagnostic here. If you hear it chuffing, you know, put your hand in front of it when it's running, and you'll feel air blowing out of here when you have a blown head gasket or a blown valve. The other thing you'll see is that these two here and here are not that warm. Of course you can't see, but this one is appreciably warmer. And what that means is I got to take the head off this thing again and replace the head gasket, because it happened again. There's a small aluminum head gasket in there, and I'll bet money I know exactly how it blew. Let's see if I can find a replacement here, and I'll show you what I mean. This is my head gasket stockpile. Looks like that. And what happens is that little middle piece, at least the last time, that little middle piece blew out, and it stopped compressing on that cylinder. It would still pump down, but it took a really long time previously, and this time I just recognized it and stopped it before it went too far. I bought a whole stockpile of these the last time I was at Princess. Well, the first time it happened, I bought a bunch of them at Princess Auto because I wasn't sure that they would always be available. So I said, okay, I'll buy a bunch. Anyways, I'll pop that off and show you the damage. Well, it would seem that the head gasket is not the problem. Like I said, previously when I blew the head gasket in this thing, the center section of it blew out. But it does not appear to be the case here. I've got both reeds here and both look intact. They don't look particularly good, but they're both intact. The other one is on the top of the cylinder. So I am not sure what's wrong here. So what I'm going to do, clean all the gunge off of here, and I think I will put a new gasket in just in case this one is eroded. You can kind of see it's discolored in the center, like maybe some air was blown by it or something like that. And we'll see how we go with the new one. But yeah, it's a little puzzling. I was expecting, like I said, I was expecting to see that center section blown out, but maybe it's just a lot of blow by or something like that. I don't know. Very odd. Anyways, I'll clean this up and we'll go from there. I'm not going to sandblast it. I'll just quickly run over it with the conditioning disc to smooth up the surface. Okay, that's what the old gasket looked like when it blew. I'd actually saved it in the bag of stuff there. I was hoping I had a receipt in there so I knew how long ago this lasted, but it's been quite a few years since that blew. So I'm going to put a new one in, brand new one, and we'll go from there. I decided to reject that one. It's kind of got a little bit crinkled in the bag there, so I'll save that for when I'm really desperate to replace one. Anyways, let's replace that. We'll power that thing up and we'll see if we're working okay. You know, if I had to guess, I'm thinking that it probably was blowing out between here and here. It was just getting blow by. But it's hard to say. It could be the valves as well, but we'll see what happens. Okay, it's back together, but it's not working any better. So if you guys have any ideas about what might be the problem with this thing here, it's still pumping out some air through here. So it sucks that it's not the head gasket. That would have been the easy thing, but of course it's never going to be the easy thing. Let me know. Thanks, guys.